Hello, my beautiful and talented people. Thank you to everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and booking readings. I really appreciate you all. I do have a giveaway as soon as I hit 7,000 subscribers, so just make sure that you are subscribed and you comment, and you are in the running for that. And if there's anybody who, even if they have my picture, that's offering you a WhatsApp or trying to solicit you in the comments, they are not me. So if you do want to contact me, please use my email in the description. I answer it all the time. I will take care of you, and then you know that it will actually be me. So it's, again, right below the timestamps in the description. So my gorgeous and talented people, what makes you so incredibly attractive? So pile number one. What makes you so attractive? Graceful as always, but you know, that's how, again, how you know it's authentic, because I went and dropped things. So my gorgeous pile number ones. How attractive are you? What makes you attractive? Ooh, 3 of Pentacles. I feel like you're very agreeable. You're easy to work with. You're easy to collaborate with. You are somebody that is also an amazing person to have on your team, because you just, you know, you're nurturing, you're kind, you're beautiful, handsome. You attract good things to you because that's you. So you are not only somebody that's a really big team player, but it's like you're kind of an MVP in people's lives. You're the person who can kind of come through with everything. You're somebody that's incredibly caring. I feel like between the Queen of Cups and the Empress, you are very attractive people as well. I feel like you have a lot of enthusiasm. I feel like even though you are somebody that's very emotionally intelligent, you're somebody that's the full package, but you're also somebody who's, you know, excited about new things. What makes you so attractive, my gorgeous pile number one? Come on, where is it? There we go. Ace of Pentacles. You offer real value. You know, it's like you offer real value in your life, in what you do. And you're also like, I feel like you're really willing to, it's not just about giving things to people, but I feel like you're really willing to share your knowledge. I feel like a lot of people, once they meet you, it's a big deal, because you may change the way they see things in life. They may, you know, actually just perceive things in a different way. Like you're somebody that, while everybody is responsible for their own growth, I feel like you show people what they could be. You show people what they could have. You show people, it's like, and I feel like a lot of it, I'm not really getting the fact, I feel like you're really willing to work with people. You might be even willing to mentor people, but I feel like once people know you, they know that they can lift you up. They can lift themselves up. So with well, you're certainly somebody that has a lot of options. You are somebody that, but I feel like you may have moments where you do have a lot of options. And again, you do affect people in the way. Is like you do open up people to seeing like what's possible so that they can uplift their life. But sometimes this puts people in a state of confusion, like I feel like, yeah, because it's like you may show them who they can be, but they ultimately need to be the person who picks that. So I feel like you are somebody that's very patient. You are somebody that invests in people. But I feel like occasionally you may run into people where it's like you may have issues sometimes because you do show people how things can be better, but not everybody is ready to pick what's better for them. So just know that that's not you. It's just you really offer a lot of like lessons to people. Like, I feel like it's not really, I feel like a lot of it is you just being who you are and being somebody who's generous with your time. What makes you so attractive? But some of the things that make you so attractive, because you are this life-changing person in people's lives, is occasionally people aren't ready to pick the best decision for them. So with the 10 of Wands, are you able to leave behind? I feel like you carry the burdens for people. That you are very strong, that you do like carry burdens for people, but keep in mind part of it does seem like part of why you're here is not necessarily to carry burdens for people, but help people realize that they can have better, that they can do better. Moving on to calmer waters. I feel like the people that are really willing to, it's like you're somebody that's very fair, you're somebody, but it's like, so you're definitely a breath of fresh air for people who are willing to move on to calmer waters, that are willing to work on, just being better and happier. Ooh. But the people but you may face betrayal, especially from the people who, don't know how to, like they can't prioritize what's important. It's like you'll show them what's important and they won't be able to prioritize them. And sometimes you may deal with some kind of betrayal from those people. But it really is because they're just unwilling to grow. So there is a need to sometimes leave and release the people who aren't ready to grow. And it's fine. Because you are this incredibly caring, wonderful person. Beautiful, kind. And I feel like it's also important for you to have discernment, because the people who are ready to grow, you are somebody that's amazing for them, and the people that aren't ready to grow aren't ready to grow. And it doesn't mean that they're horrible people, it doesn't mean that they can't grow at a future time, but it does mean that, they need to still learn their lessons. So, what makes you so attractive? So, beautiful, amazing, very, very kind, very, very soft-hearted. But at the same time, it's like you have the practicality, you have the intelligence, you have the fire, the passion, you have the entire package. What makes you so attractive? There are no accidental relationships. People are placed in our life for a reason. Again, you really do, I feel like you're placed in a lot of people's life, whether they're ready for change or whether they're not, because you kind of show them how they can be better. And some people, aren't ready for that news, and some people are ready to grow and, have that extra level of enlightenment. Evolving Evolving includes eliminating. So I feel like some of you might, I feel like a lot of you know you're strong, a lot of you know you're caring, but I feel like this is guidance from the universe that sometimes you do need to release people. It's not that they came into your life by accident, but not everybody's meant to stay in your life. And you're here to really uplift people. And you need to be able to release the people who aren't choosing that journey. What makes you so attractive? New chapter. It's like you really offer a new beginning, a fresh start for people. You are this incredibly emotionally kind, giving, beautiful, handsome, just like you are this incredible person. So, but just realize that you are attracting all kinds. That, it doesn't mean that's because somebody is unwilling to grow that they're, absolutely awful. But it does mean that if they are unwilling to grow, they're not a good choice for your resources. Because you help everybody around you. And when you limit yourself by not releasing the people who, by their own free will and with every right in the world, choose to stay where they are and not uplift themselves, you're actually limiting the amount of good you can do. Because it's like you can really help people, you can really uplift people, but really only if they want it. And I know that you're super strong, and I feel like you bet on your strength, but I feel like it's also very important to realize that everybody's got free will. And even though you have a lot of resources, you still only have so much resources. So giving your resources to the people who will uplift themselves and then uplift other people is the better and higher, greater good. So you are an extremely healing presence. Honesty, clarity, and the truth is going to set you free. It's important to concentrate on the relationships that can be steady, stable, functional relationships. Don't panic. I feel like you are somebody that's really calm and collected. But there's heartbreak here, so I feel like don't continue to invest in people who just demonstrate that they're offering you heartbreak, that's all they're offering you. Good fortune. It's like you being in somebody's life is good fortune. Some people will be able to appreciate that. Some people will find that a threat and maybe even use it to hurt you. But it's like turn a new leaf. I feel like what you offer is an example for people on how they can turn a new leaf, how they can grow, how they can uplift themselves. But I feel like at the same time, it's really important to release the people that just have a hook in you. That no matter how many resources that you are willing to give, you're not going to help. You're not going to help because they don't want to grow. So there is a need for discernment here. And it's not, that you should be cruel. It's not that you should, not be giving. But it's like you are somebody that's meant to make real difference in the world, in people's lives. And how you spend those resources, how you use those resources matters because it affects the greater good. Like you affect the greater good. You're awesome, But I feel like occasionally you need to realize that when somebody's shown you who they are, that you have to trust that that's who they are and that's what they've chosen, and that they have every right to choose that. But at that point, giving your resources to somebody that will grow or uplift, or, that wants to grow, that, is willing to do it, is the better choice. So I hope this helps. I really appreciate you, and thank you so much. So it's time for pile number 2, my gorgeous angels. What makes you so attractive? You are absolute relationship material. People, it's like you know things. You know things. People want to not only have a good time with you, but like they want to be part of your long-term life, because you are somebody that's steady and stable, and you're somebody that kind of knows what's going to happen, before other people do. You may not be very open about it, but it's like, it's so obvious that you are ideal relationship material, that you are mysterious, sexy, one might say. You are somebody that, anybody that was lucky enough to build something with you, that they, you bring prosperity, you bring stability, you are this amazing, amazing person. What makes you so attractive? But it's like you create stability and abundance around you, and you're, even though you are a very practical person in the real world or in the 3D reality, you also you have strong instincts, and you listen to your instincts. 7 of Cups. Are you an illusion? No, people fantasize about you. You're definitely somebody that has a lot of options, and a lot of people have fantasies about you, especially because you do have this mysterious part of you with the 5 of Swords. Are you a fighter? There's a need for you to trust your intuition regarding sketchy people. I feel like most of the time you already know when somebody's going to be sketchy, and it's really important you trust your intuition. Your intuition is being given to you for a reason, and it is going to save you a lot of pain. 9 of Cups. Your presence is very healing. You offer a lot of stability. You offer like people could see having the ideal relationship with you. People could definitely see marrying you. I feel like you are somebody that harmonizes really well with other people. You have this very healing energy. You do represent wish fulfillment for a lot of people, but it's just, there is a need for you to follow your instincts. Sometimes, and I feel like you've probably had this instance on more than one occasion where you're like, oh, I think that there's something wrong with this person, but maybe I'm being too harsh. And then found out that you weren't. So I feel like you really do need to trust your instincts, because trusting your instincts is going to keep you away from bad people and heartbreak. So stop ignoring your intuition. It's there for a reason. What makes you so attractive? 5 of Swords. Because I'm really not getting that you are somebody that, no-win situations. It's like you are this healing energy, and you do attract in people that suck sometimes. You certainly don't only attract in people that suck, but it's like you need to have discernment. You need to trust your instincts. Because you are an incredibly giving person that offers a lot, and some people will, come in and they'll be all about themselves. It's not that you just attract these people, though, but it's like you need to figure out who to not put your time and energy on. Because dealing with bad boys, bad girls, bad not binary, just like people who, it's like, I heard this from somebody, which I'm sorry, I can't properly quote them right now, but it's just not me, but they were saying it's like important not to eroticize abandonment. It's important not to eroticize, the people who treat you badly. So you have all this value, but it really is important that you have the necessary ability to figure out which options are worth your time, because you're going to attract in everybody. But if for some reason you're entertaining people who are inconsistent, who are manipulative, who are all about them, it doesn't matter if you're this queen. It means that you are introducing somebody into your life that is going to hurt you. So you do represent wish fulfillment for people. You are somebody that's easy to get along with. But I feel like it's very important to have discernment about the people you allow in your life. And if somebody demonstrates that they're not a nice person, it is important to it's like, as soon as you realize that this person might, just, I feel like you need to think about the long term, because, you're, God forbid not everybody is going to have a child with this person, but, you don't want to bring somebody in your life to make your life bad, to make, potentially the next generation's life bad, when you can see who they are. So it's important for you to realize that even though you're this person that you can really have long-term, steady, stable relationships, you are wish fulfillment to some people, but you need to consider your type. Because if somebody shows you disrespect, if somebody shows you that they are not worth your time, probably by making you feel like you're not worth their time, you're clearly worthy and this person is not. So I feel like there is a need to go ahead in faith. There is a need to realize that it's like you can choose fear or faith here. And you have the ability to look in the dark. So you have the ability to navigate by faith. You have the ability, but you need to, and suddenly my throat is very, very tight. Just as I was going to say, you really need to be able to tell the difference between friend and foe. And you definitely need to not be dating somebody who is actually an enemy to you, like they're not out for your best interest. And because my throat got so closed up, there may be a need to communicate in some way. You definitely should not be continuing to invest in people who aren't communicating with you. Then maybe you have to do the communication for 7 of Pentacles, because it's just, you can continue to invest in that, but you're not going to get a payoff. So I feel like this is partly to realize that, you're awesome, that you are somebody that attracts in long-term relationships, that people really can see that you're amazing. But you need to realize that if you invest in the wrong people, no matter how worthy you are, your investment is going to be unfulfilled. What makes you so attractive? There really is a need to only deal in balanced relationships, and you may need to work on this. However, you do have all the information necessary and present to make a really big life-changing decision for yourself that will lead to greater happiness, and suddenly my voice is normal. So there is a pattern that needs to change. It will require, energy and effort, but it's like you cannot invest in any imbalanced relationships. But if you choose to learn this lesson, you are just going to uplift yourself and your entire life, and you just will start no longer ever dealing with this kind of people again. But you do need to make baby steps in the direction of creating more stability for yourself, because you're more than worthy of it. You absolutely can manifest it, and you do have people who would love to give you the stability that you do deserve. But there is a necessity that you are choosing the right people, because if you invest in the wrong people, it just won't matter. It will not pay off because it's the wrong people. So I feel like you're being asked to see that you're incredibly attractive, that you can have these long-term relationships, but you do need to invest towards stability and away from imbalance. What makes you so attractive? Focus. Yeah. Your new beginning is about focusing on, hey, what hasn't worked in the past and why don't I want to do it again? And then putting, energy and effort towards that, and just realizing that you can do things differently. So I feel like most of you are incredibly attractive, but if you're investing your time and energy in somebody that treats you like you're not, you may not see it. So don't let social media confuse you. You're just where you need to be. I feel like nobody gets to dictate your value. Nothing that anybody else, looking at what other people have, what other, it's not an accurate depiction of their lives. And I feel like there's a need for a real new beginning in your life. I feel like you really do have to do the wise emotional thing. So I've got locked up heart and the key to the heart. So is your heart locked up? I don't think that your heart is locked up, unless maybe you're continuing to invest in somebody that's just really not investing back in you. But I feel like you have the key to open up love for yourself and have really long-term, happy, safe relationships. But you really need to unlock that, and I feel like it's just dealing with a better class of people. Yeah, I feel like I'm really getting the impulse that you do need to invest in a better class of people. If this doesn't seem like you, then, maybe choose another one. But I feel like you're not happy with a lot of, these unhealthy people, and with the smirk. I feel like you might even be dealing with people who make you unhappy, and they're kind of happy about it. So it's just, you need to consider, what did you learn? Because if you really learn from the experience, you don't have to relive the experience. So I feel like it's very important for you to concentrate on yourself. Concentrate on your own joy with the 9 of Cups. It's like your own happiness is going to help manifest in more happiness and wish fulfillment for you. With the Dragon, I feel like it's very important to understand just how powerful, magical, and even mystical that you are. Because you are a very practical person, but that does not mean, it's like the two things are not necessarily mutually exclusive. Because, like, after you've learned whatever lessons, so whatever new beginning that you have is fresh and clean and new. Even if you just need to make baby steps towards greater health and stability, just know that you're bringing in good luck. You're bringing in, again, good fortune. So, if you are entertaining anybody that, deep down, probably doesn't have your best interest at heart, but maybe you think you're going to change, I feel like the persons and people you're dealing with aren't going to change, but you have the opportunity to change. And you have the opportunity to invest in people who actually will have a relationship with you. Actually, where you can have long-term security, stability, happiness, celebration. It's like you can really have very functional, happy relationships, but you need to make baby steps in a different direction and towards stability. It's like if somebody's not stable, they're not for you. It's really that simple. If somebody is not stable, they're not for you. And they're just, so hopefully that helped. I really deeply appreciate you. Just know that even if you're dealing with people who don't appreciate you, it just means that it's not that you're not worthy. It's just because you're investing in the wrong people. So my gorgeous and talented pile number 3s also, to remind everybody, I am doing a giveaway at 7,000 subscribers, so make sure you're subscribed and you comment and you're in the running for that. I also want to let everybody know that if you want to contact me, my email's in the description right below the timestamps. Every once in a while, somebody gets through trying to pretend to be me so they can scam people. So I'm not going to try to get you to call me, text me, WhatsApp me in the comments section. If you want to contact me, make sure that you do it with that email, just so that everybody stays safe and secure. So my gorgeous and talented pile number 3s, what makes you so attractive? What makes you so attractive? 5 of Wands. What makes you so attractive? Queen of Pentacles. What makes you so attractive? 9 of Swords. You certainly are somebody that, brings a lot to a relationship. You are somebody that you can have an ideal relationship with the 10 of Pentacles. But I feel like with the 5 of Wands and the 9 of Swords, it's quite possible that you don't recognize how much value you offer. What makes you so attractive? You are somebody that's very physically attractive. And you definitely have dealt with people who have only been thinking about their passions, even though you're clearly relationship material. So it's I feel like you may be conflicted about your own worth due to the actions of other people, but none of that has been able to affect what you're worth, but it has hurt your mind. Like, it's hurt with the 9 of Swords. It's like made you really question things, made you have a lot of stress, a lot of sleepless nights. But sometimes it's important to realize that just because you're dealing with somebody chaotic doesn't mean you deal. It's like just because somebody treats you badly doesn't mean you deserve bad treatment. Because you're clearly relationship marriage material. But that doesn't mean that whoever is only about getting theirs is going to treat you that way. So, clarity on the Nine of Swords. Yeah. Some of you, it's like the ability to move forward into like victory is there. And I know that you're really anxious, really fearful right now. But the only thing that can keep you from victory and happiness is yourself. Because these two horses, one represents your shadow self, one represents your higher self. And sometimes they're going in the same direction. And sometimes they're going in different directions. So I feel like because sometimes when you're dealing with your shadow self, you may be trying to fulfill some kind of need, but that need might not be in your best interest. It just makes you feel better in the short term. You know, it's like there could be some kind of maladapting coping practice that's there, and it's not that wasn't important to get you from one moment to the next moment, but having yourself be on the same page with right now your energy is a little bit chaotic is going to help you, because the universe wants to move you towards the success that you deserve. Victory, success that lasts the test of time, somebody who's worthy of success, who breeds success, and the Chariot, like how moving forward towards success. So just make sure that you're willing to move forward towards success, that you're willing to marshal all of you towards your goal. So, what makes you so attractive? Yeah, you are a master manifestor. You're definitely somebody that has all the tools necessary to have just phenomenal success and abundance. Like you're somebody that has all the tools necessary to do that, to be that, to have that. What makes you so attractive? Three of Pentacles. You're also somebody that works together and cooperates with people very well. What makes you so attractive? I feel like there is a need to make sure that it's like you do attract in people who are just about getting their needs met and really self-centered sometimes. It's not because that's the only thing that you attract, but I feel like as long as you continue to deal with people like this, it's going to scatter your energy and it's going to hurt your ability to manifest in the things that you want, because you're going to be in a state of fear and anxiety. So I feel like you do need to realize that if you kind of deep down know somebody is all about themselves, continuing to deal with them, like it affects your long-term future, because it's hurting your ability to get your long-term happiness and success. What makes you so attractive? With the two, it's like maybe you're good at juggling a lot of things, but I feel like especially if you're in a situation where you feel like you're being juggled with somebody, I think that you should leave. Because this person is inconsistent, inconsiderate, and just causes chaos in your life. And it's like it's getting in the way of you manifesting, and it's like perhaps putting you in a place of imbalance. So like, know that, your relationship material, know that you're meant to have long-term stability and success, but it matters who you're investing in. And I feel like you may have invested a long time with somebody that I think that even deep down you know better. And it could be a relationship, it could be a friendship, it could even be a family member, just somebody that isn't ever looking out for you. And just because it's like you are somebody that is very valuable, you're somebody that can create all this wealth and abundance, but you may have to like put yourself back in alignment with it, because it's, I feel like you do need to realize that if somebody's no good, they're hurting your manifestation. What makes you so attractive, and also like you're literally law of attraction attractive. Like what you concentrate on will come to you. So I feel like you do need to release burdens, release things that aren't in your best interest. Because again, if you want to manifest high, you definitely can. If you want success, you definitely can. But if you're continuing to engage with people who just make you anxious and cause drama in your life, you do need to release, reprioritize, put some boundaries up. And realize that those people aren't going to be there for you when you need them. What makes you so attractive? New chapter. I feel like there is some necessity to create a new chapter, to start, because it's like whatever you want, you can manifest, and you can manifest incredible success. But I feel like you do need to like deal with the things that are around you, deal with the people that are around you, because it matters. And if you're wondering why some things aren't coming together, why those things aren't coming together. They could literally be sabotaging and stealing from you. What makes you attractive? And again, you can attract in anybody you want. You've got the emperor, not the emperor. You've got the magician. You've got, if you want a long-term, if you want super abundance and long-term, stability in a relationship, you can have that too. Do a self-evaluation. What percentage of your potential are you utilizing, and double it? I feel like there's definitely more that you can be doing towards your dreams, your goals, towards your own stability and happiness. Resilience is underrated. There's power in not backing down. I don't know, maybe you're dealing with people who, once you're ready to say, well, enough's enough, maybe you're dealing with people that will even gaslight you and say, wait, I didn't mean it. I wasn't doing it on purpose. But I will tell you right now, they are. Yeah, rat. Feel like you're dealing with at least a person or some people that you really shouldn't be dealing with. And, they have a mask on. And this is leading to heartbreak. And there is going to be with the Phoenix, an ability to rise above, an ability to learn the lessons so you just have better things. And it's like real long-term abundance for you is one of those things that will happen. But I think that it's important. I feel like you're really have this, it's like you embracing your authenticity is very important. And it's possible that when you're dealing with these people who, maybe are not, they're not the safest people because they don't have your best interest at heart. It can be hard to be authentic, but I feel like a lot of this abundance is going to come from being your authentic self. Again, rebirth. There is this potential for rebirth, but I do think that you do need to not back down from people who, don't have your best interests at heart, or just completely walk away, because sometimes it's not worth fighting. Sometimes you just need to release, because we can't change another person. But I feel like some of you have some chaos in your life because, you're letting people have a hook in on you. And you are super attractive. Like, it's like you have all these things. You can make everything you want to happen. You're extremely powerful. But I feel like something in your life is making you feel like you're not when you are. And, a new beginning is going to be helpful. Because you really need to invest in relationships where people appreciate you for who you really are. And that this is actually going to bring in long-term stable relationships, and I think also material abundance. So I feel like just dealing with, better, more honest people is going to do all of that for you. With the pearl, it's like something rough becoming smooth. I feel like dealing with different people is going to do a lot to smooth out your life. And maybe you'll realize that, while you have a lot of anxiety, maybe the anxiety is because you're dealing with people who, might, cheat, steal, and take from you, which is keeping you in a state of chaos. Because that's certainly not everybody. But I think that you do need to embrace, I feel like right now you might be closing your eyes to the magic that you're capable of producing. Again, the magician, you have all the tools, you have all the ability, and it's like you do need to, take your hands off your eyes and realize that you can create what you want. Good fortune. So I feel like you offer a lot of good fortune. You are good fortune. I feel like it is. I feel like for almost everybody, I've had to say it's important to consider who you are investing in. But I feel like you may be having a little bit of a hard time, because I feel like whatever you've been dealing with, I feel like it hasn't really been allowing you to see how awesome you are. But it's like knowing that you can change the conditions, that you can have you don't need to stay where you are is what I'm getting. But it's not that you're not attractive. It's just invest in a better class of people. So my beautiful and talented pile 3, thank you so much. I am doing a free rating as soon as I hit 7,000 subscribers. So just make sure that you're subscribed and you comment. You're in the running for that. If you want to contact me, my email's in the description. It's right below the timestamps. I just want to make sure that if you do want to contact me, you use that contact information, because every once in a while somebody gets through who's trying to scam people that has taken my picture. It's not me, but I'm not going to try to get anybody to do a reading with me. So if you want to do a reading with me, check out my description, and it's right below, and I will take care of you. Thank you for everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. And we're going to move on to my gorgeous pile number 4s. Pile number 4. What makes you so attractive? What makes you so attractive? I heard that you don't deal with lack of truth. You don't deal with lack of integrity. I feel like you have real integrity and you expect other people in your life to have it too. So you have real standards. With the it's not the 2 of Cups. You are somebody that's really emotionally balanced. I feel like you are somebody that's also a really healing person to be around. You also might, since this traditionally has an angel in the card, I feel like some of you may have some kind of communication with angels. With the 5 of Swords, you've definitely dealt with dishonest, self-interested people before, and you have no time for them. I feel like to some extent you're a little bit reluctant to engage with people, partially because of the people that you have dealt with in the past. And it's one of the reasons why you definitely demand honesty, realness. So I feel like even though you're a very healing, emotionally healthy person to be around, I feel like you take your time making up your mind about people. So I feel like some people, I feel like a lot of people realize that, they kind of have to impress you a little bit in order for you to allow them in your life. What makes you so attractive? Wheel of Fortune. I feel like you may be somebody that I feel like you attract a lot of good fortune to you. I feel like you're very willing, again, you're willing to walk away from people. So one of the things that makes you attractive is the fact that, you're willing to walk away from people if they don't act in a way that's okay. I feel like, you take a while to figure out people, you don't jump into anything right away. You are somebody that's very fair. You're somebody that's very healing. You're somebody that's actually easy to have harmony with. But at some point, if somebody demonstrates bad behavior, you just walk away. So part of what makes you attractive is you just don't entertain bad people, which is how attracting it long-term happiness and success. I feel like you're very discerning about the people that you allow in your life. You definitely inspire, even though you're somebody that's very even-tempered, you inspire a lot of passion in people. People feel like it's good luck to be in your life. You're bringing in, your soul family. You're bringing in family. You're bringing in long-term relationship success, just because you're always kind of. It's like you take some time to warm up. And you're not afraid to walk away. What makes you so attractive? Magician. Feel like you're very aware that, anything that you want to create in this life that you can. Ace of Wands. So you're really getting a lot of divine inspiration. So I feel like you're very creative. A lot of you, yeah, I feel like a lot of you are very creative. So it's like you're tapping into that divine energy to create things in this world. A lot of you are just very, very tapped into spirit. What makes you attractive? But part of what makes you attractive is you just won't put up with bad people. And that, people are very aware. Maybe they're not aware, but it's like if they hang around with you long enough, they do realize that if people act in a shady, unethical way, you walk away. But it's not that you have any kind of attachment issue. You definitely can have. It's like you're bringing in the people that are meant to be in your life, because you're walking away from the people who are unworthy of your energy and time and respect, actually. 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups. It's like you're manifesting, actively manifesting long-term, steady, stable relationships, long-term abundance, long-term happiness, the right people that should be in your life. The people that really are there for you, the people who really do care for you. So you definitely are somebody that chooses quality over quantity when it comes to relationships. You define you. Yeah, I feel like you're very aware that you manifest whatever you want. That, however you want to define you, you can define you like that. I feel like you aren't waiting for the world or life to happen to you. You're realizing that you can make things happen for you. And I feel like you realize that you don't need to put up with bad people. And, it's only bringing more and more good into your life. Learn to be intuitive. I feel like this particular pile is very tapped into spirit, very aware that they manifest their life, very in a place where you feel responsible for your actions, where you're not. I feel like part of what makes you attractive is that you're just making good things happen in your life. And good things are going to happen in your life because you're getting all this intuition, you're taking action on it, you're making sure that everything that you do is with integrity. You're giving zero time and energy to people who don't show integrity. You're just really embracing who you are in your clearest sense, and right behind it is the dragon. I feel like a lot, because you define you, I feel like you guys have unlocked your manifestation, your ability to create things by really being you, by knowing who you are, by being the best version of you, and you're just unlocking so much power and magic and so I feel like you definitely have been, you've had to learn some really tough life lessons, but you learned your tough life lessons, and because of that, you don't entertain people that are unworthy of your time. Again, I said that you are most likely very connected to angels, and the angel wing comes up with a mother. Some of you may be a mother. If so, you're a really good mother. For others of you, it's like, I feel like with mother, it's like you could have very maternal, paternal energy. Like you could be somebody that really, does offer a lot of that comfort. But it's also like this could have something to do with a mother. So if this has to do with your mother, Six of Swords, I feel like some of you might have had some, really difficult issues with a mother or some kind of mother figure or just paternal figure and just a parent of some sort. So I feel like what you guys have really overcome, you guys really have moved on to calmer waters regarding that. You've really dealt with a lot of core issues in your life. And you are just unlocking the good fortune. I feel like you have gotten clarity. Clarity has set you free. Right now, you're only dealing with people who show you appreciation. Or are real with you, because it's not, because you're not looking, because you want honesty. You're not necessarily looking for the person who's, going to treat you. It's like, yes, they should appreciate you, but it's like you're not looking for a sycophant. You're not looking for somebody who's just going to tell you that you're great. You're looking for somebody that's honest and real. So with 7, I feel like a lot of you have reached a lot of self-actualization. With the Hook, I am going to go into that, but I feel like with I feel like most of the people in this pile have unlocked the reality that you can create whatever you want. I feel like that you're new beginning after new beginning. You're only dealing with truth. You're following your passions. You're following your ideas. You're following your inspirations. With the Hook, I mean, sometimes it can be hooked. Maybe you hook people. Why is the Hook here? Ace of Swords. I feel like maybe at some point somebody really had a hook into you. Maybe they kept pulling you back. But I feel like if that's the case, you've definitely been able to either sever that relationship. Ace of Swords came out twice. It's like nobody, I'm really getting that if nobody who doesn't, there's no room for anybody who treats you badly in your life. Even if they might have had a hook in you before. It's like it's like only honest people with integrity need apply. Mother Earth. Some of you are really dealing with something that's bigger than you. It's like you're doing some stuff for the greater good. I feel like maybe that's one of the reasons why abundance is moving towards you and all this happiness is moving towards you, because things working out for you is actually things working out for the greater good. Because it's like maybe those resources are meant to be used to, create these really loving, stable, kind communities, It's like you're being given, divine inspiration, and you're acting on that divine inspiration. And because of that, it's like you may be creating this, greater good scenario. It's like what benefits you benefits everybody, because you've gotten to a point where you're about making that happen. So I feel like you've definitely dealt with tough situations. You might have dealt with, a very difficult parental figure. But whatever it is, nothing's keeping you back, because you realize nothing can. So you're very attractive because you're just really in alignment. So people who are attracted to that higher level of energy, attracted to, that angelic energy, attracted to, the greater good in general, flock to you, which is one of the reasons why you're actually bringing more and more really kind, generous people together, which ultimately can lead to the greater good. So I really hope that this helps you. Thank you so much. If you do want a free reading, I'm giving away 2 as soon as I hit 7,000 subscribers. So just make sure you're subscribed and you comment and you're in the running for that. If you do want to contact me, my email is in the description right below the timestamps. Just make sure that you use that one, because occasionally somebody gets through trying to scam people in the comments. And if you use the email in my description, that is always me. In the comments, I'm never going to try to get you to do a reading. You know, do or don't do. Everybody has different financial situations. But I just want to make sure that you don't give anybody that isn't me and probably isn't going to look out for you, your time and money or information. Please don't. Thank you so much.